Down with me this way. Again, we got more and more garden beds along here. Another cool thing we're going to be trying as well. Got to thank my man Pinung here. So all in this area here, if you want to follow me out here. This entire area obviously is all corn. You know, obviously they eat quite a bit of corn. What we're going to try to do in this area as well though is we're going to try a couple versions of what they call relay cropping. That's something that Hill Tribe people have been doing for a long time. Essentially about a month before the corn is ready to harvest, we will come out and sow bean seeds, and those bean seeds will basically elongate the growing season because they're more drought resistant, kind of cold season crop. And so that's what we're going to do in this area here where we have all of our corn growing. Again, that's just more and more garden beds, all kinds of different vegetables growing there. You can see down there too, this is going to be our duck pen, which I'll explain a little bit more in detail here in a second. But that's the duck pen area there. And if you follow me this way, just about ready for the food forest. More and more garden beds. All kinds of, there's like wild cucumber, there's obviously passion fruit, there's a couple different kinds of perennial gourds that are growing out here. There are some mulberry trees, there's pepper trees. Look what we have here, a little mulberry. High in vitamin C and antioxidants, huh? No. Okay, so with that, yeah, there's more, oh yeah, I'm gonna take those. See, just like I said, it's just a perennial. We just take it off, and that's all we got to do. All kinds of mulberries. We've got pepper plants growing as well. Again, as those start growing up, they'll start kind of taking over the trellis, and look at this. And before long, we're going to have just one long trellis that looks exactly like this. So you see all this passion fruit coming down? Yeah, so that's what this entire place is going to look like before long. So go ahead and follow me this way. It's meant for Thai people, so it's a little shorter. And actually, right in this area, definitely want to mention this. This is all a garden bed area that Kruam Noi has really taken a lot of initiative in developing. So all the flowers we have here, there's roselle, there's dwarf cosmos, there's marigold. I don't know what this plant is, but I see it all over the place out here. It kind of looks like a fern, but I don't actually think it's a fern. I'm not sure though. There's also butterfly pea along the ridge there. Again, butterfly pea is something that you'll see more of in the food forest, but definitely a very useful plant. They can actually eat the flower. They make tea out of it. It's a nitrogen fixing perennial vine, so very useful. And that's essentially the garden bed area. So again, everything in that area is the nursery and a lot of stuff we do for soil remediation, mushroom house, frog tank. Big shout out to P-Tat. He took ownership of a lot of what's going on over there. And then the garden bed area here, big shout out to P-Tat, Pinung, and P-U. They have really taken ownership of everything that you see in front of you out here. And then if you will follow me this way, we will check out the food forest. Now I mentioned in the first video that this was going to be a big project we were going to do this year because we were able to get a lot more detail oriented and really try to understand how we could maximize the space that we have within our food forest. So if you want to follow me this way, I'll check it out. By the way, I love that we have gates now. It's definitely going to help with the dogs and everything. So they won't be an issue anymore. Welcome to the food forest. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot I could say about this place, but I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So with our food forest, essentially for anybody that doesn't know a whole lot about it, the idea of a food forest is just the idea that we want to take, a natural living system like a forest, and we want it to produce a lot of food for us, right? So we basically integrate all kinds of fruit trees, anything that can produce food for us, we want to put into this forest. So there's all kinds of mango, lychee, longan, rambutan, guava, lime, lemon, pomegranate, moringa, hummingbird tree, pomelo, mandarin plum, starfruit, balimbi, pigeon pea, Flamingia macrophylla. There's lots of different kinds of trees in here. Something I want to show you real quick that is pretty cool, so come with me this way. trout elm. There's neem tree. Neem tree is another very useful tree. So the first thing I want to mention about this place and this food forest is that I think the funnest part about what we get to do out here is kind of bridge the gap and bring indigenous techniques together with applied science. And a lot of that comes from learning by doing. So demonstrate, don't explicate kind of thing. It's hard to argue with good results. And that's what we try to do, whether it's through indigenous techniques or applied science. We all have the same goal in mind. It's what's best for this farm, what's going to make it most productive, and what's going to make it the most successful farm we can get it to. So what I'll show you real quick is just as an example. Again, a lot of what we've been doing is trial and error and basically doing experiments. So when we first started, you'll notice that this one has pretty much no new growth on it. Very, very little, just that little stalk right there. It looked just like that when we planted it. And one of the things we've been able to do is that we've gotten to try experiments with our biofertilizer. So our photosynthetic bacteria, our fish fertilizer that's just packed with nutrients. I've actually urinated on some of the trees. Now I dilute it with water, but again, that's loaded with nitrogen. Urine has more nitrogen in it than even poop does. So we have tried that as well, and it works. I'm telling you it works. And to show you that it works, so that's the control, right? So we haven't done anything to that one. It's got very, very little new growth. Yeah, so you can kind of see it there. And then if you come with me this way, this is the same tree that we've been using our biofertilizers on, and it's got all kinds of new growth. So this is new growth, that's new growth, this is new growth, that's new growth. It started as like these bottom three here, and this is all new growth. And so again, learning by doing, we're able to see that some of these techniques actually do work. A lot of these natural fertilizers that we've been implementing actually have helped our trees grow. So it's very, very cool to see that happen. So that's a good example. I've got some more examples I can show you as well. So if you want to come with me this way, show you a couple more. There's also papaya trees in here. Again, we got all kinds of pathways along here. All of our trees are very accessible, so it'll be very easy for us to weed whack and to water them periodically if we need to in the cold and dry season. So there's all that. Down here is where we have a lot of our smaller citrus trees, things like lemon, lime. There's a type of, I believe it's like a mandarin type of like orange. We have guava, we have pomegranate down there. So all that kind of stuff. If you want to come up with me this way, another thing you'll notice too on the perimeter is, again, another shout out to PU for this one, is we alternated banana tree, coconut tree, banana tree, coconut tree the entire way up. So you can see the banana trees, you can't really see the coconut trees yet. But again, in understanding how to maximize water efficiency, one of the main things we can do is look at plant dynamics. So bananas hold a lot of water, coconuts need a lot of water. And so putting them next to each other, again, that was an indigenous technique that PU showed me, but doing that allows those coconuts to basically get water from those banana trees. So they kind of feed each other. So that's what we got throughout the entire perimeter there. And then if you come up this way, there's jackfruit. We've also done, another thing too that we've done a lot of is pruning techniques. So pruning stimulates growth. I know that some people are like, oh, don't prune, whatever. Again, oh, okay, we've been pruning and it's been working. So I have some examples of that I can show as well. Another